Okay, here we have a do not step on box. That's a Gskyer telescope. This is also called a travel telescope. You'll see why. This is the model AZ7400. And, well, let's get inside. Now, this is more oriented towards starters or even kids. And it's not going to be your Cassini or the highly expensive telescopes, but it does the job for what it is, a travel telescope. And I already opened it briefly, but we'll have to open it and see moonshots while we open it up. But first, you have the wheel that you can put the lenses and all that cool stuff like all telescopes have. A cleaning cloth for the lens if you need to clean it. And then besides that, you have a user's manual on how to put it together and how to use it. You have a 25 millimeter, 10 millimeter, and a 3x that in this picture is installed here already. You have a remote controller for your camera if you install the phone to take pictures and videos of the sky or the moon or whatnot that you might be doing. Here's that said telephone or cell phone, smartphone, whatever holder. And this is the eye that you put the lens through from this side like this. And this part, I'll show you in a second how it actually all goes together. Then besides that, we have the lenses that we're going to look in a second. We have the eye view itself. We have the 3x. We have the finder or target, whatever you want to call it. That's how you scope the planets with this one first, and then you see through the telescope itself. Here is the mount for that scope itself. We'll mount it on top of it really quick. Then we have the remote controller that you connect via Bluetooth to your phone, and you can take pictures and videos like that without having to shake. Okay, then inside here we have really nice strap, the tripod, aluminum body tripod. Looks really nice, has all the functions with a screw in here and everything you need. Then, besides that, we have the telescope itself strapped on right here, which is of course, that's why it's called a travel telescope. Let's begin. Let's mount a few things before the telescope itself, or at least take things out. This will be our eye view. This will be our 3x zoom lens. If I can take it out of here. Yep, Barlow lens 3x. That's what this exactly is. And we have should be the 10 millimeter here. Gskyer 10 millimeter lens. And then we have the 25 millimeter lens itself right here. Gskyer 25 millimeter, all built with metal. These are not plastic at all. Then we have the mount for this piece here, and how that goes, very easy. Here's our lens. Take these two little screws right here. They're just thumb screws. And then you put this little stand here before you put the scope, obviously. And you put it like this. And you just put the two thumb screws on it. It's that easy. Okay, and then this eyepiece goes in right here, and you just lock it in. Those three little thumb screws to hold, and don't forget it has two lens caps to protect it on the front and the back of it. Then unlock this piece right here first before you play with the telescope thing. But first, let's put the eyepiece here. Let me unlock these two. Oh, and here goes the eyepiece. Just this. Let me give it a little bit more space. And that is it. Now here is where you put a lens. Whether you want to go with a 10 millimeter or 25 millimeter, that is up to you. So depending how you want to go. If you want to 3x, for example, your view, you put this first, the 3x in here, and then you put the main lens, because of course you cannot see anything right now. But if I put the 10 millimeter lens here, now we have the 10 millimeter with 3x going on. And there's one more thing. If you want to put the piece for the smartphone, you take this part here that looks like a ring with the threads towards the top. You put it on one of the lenses like this. Then you put the lens in, lock the lens first, as you see right here. Then you put the phone, let's say we'll see it outside. But for now, I'm just gonna put this here. Of course, the phone goes here, and let's say this is the phone we want to use. On this phone, this is the main camera. You know how phones have multiple cameras now, but I want to film, let's say, with a main camera. Well, in this case, I put this here on the phone holder, whatever you want to call it, and then I release this a little bit and align that with the main camera. As you see, main camera there. Align the peephole right there with the main camera, just like this, and lock it. Now the phone's main camera is looking through this, and you just put it here and bring this other ring we put on slowly, just like that. Now you are ready to go and film the space, whatever you're doing, from your phone. But let me take this out real quick. You don't always need to have, for example, the 3x or the phone ring mounted here. Those are always optional. You can always go just straight up with the lens, either 10mm or the 25mm for further view, of course. You put it like that, and you can look at here with your naked eye right away. Or you can put the phone thingy without the Barlow lens, the 3x. Just put the ring here, put it down here, and that is it. You're ready to put the phone here. And to clear the focus, you have these two little dials on the side, either side. And what that does, pulls the whole unit, the glass or the mirror in this case, in and out, not to zoom in and out, but only to focus. This is your focus rings or your focus dials. That's what they do. And when you have a good focus at some spot that you want to stop it right there, that's when you tighten this here a little bit. And as you see, unless you force it to break it, it's not going to move from that focus point. And besides that, on the bottom here, you have a regular screw mount, just like we have on our cameras. And you mount it to the telescope's included tripod. You know, it's very easy. You tighten it to make it stop, release it to tilt it, you know, back and forth, and you release this dial here to move left and right. It is that easy. And of course, I don't think I need to tell you how to put the holder wheel on the bottom here. That kind of explains itself, but you take this little red cap out. That's just a protective cap for the threads that are in there. Put this in here and start spinning, just like this. Boom. And the telescope right now is not extended, but if it was extended, it would be the same thing anyway. And you put your lenses to rest right here. At that. So you don't need to hold lenses on your hand the whole time. I mean, you can put the caps too if you don't want to lose them. You can put other stuff. You can, you can populate it quite quick if you wanted to. But that's the purpose of that little piece right there, and why it exists. And every telescope that I have has it. Yes, I have some bigger telescopes than this, believe it or not. But today is about this one. And let's take this out. Just like that. So hope that's clear enough. Of course, the mounting point is right here, and you just go place it right there like this and just tighten it. And you can do the orientation however you feel easier using it, and that is all of it. That's your telescope. And at this point, we are actually ready to go outside and take some moonshot a little bit quick, because tonight is going to be the only night that I can see the moon before we have clouds moving in for the next almost a week and a half. So I'll try to catch what I can catch on the moon. The moon is full and it's super bright, so I might have to crank down the ISO on the phone while I record it to make sure that we can actually see the moon. Okay, so here we're outside with a Gskyer. The moon is out. Not the best moon ever. This is how far you can go. For example, with an iPhone 16 Pro Max and all that. Yeah, that's that's not fair. Okay, and let me go to only one. And let's get back to what the Gskyer actually sees. Right here. Oh yeah, we see the moon. So let's mount the phone on it. Just like that. Twist it around. And here is our moon. Boom. Just like that. Now the phone is not known to be the best thing on planet Earth. So it is what it is for now. but we'll make it work. If we focus on the moon, drop the lighting a little bit like this, zoom 2 times, drop light in again, just like that. So now this is what I would deem to be Mars, but as you see, it's really tough to make up anything about it. Even if I move it just a little bit, let me take it out to 3.2 again, 3.2, reposition, and I'm gonna try to kind of focus a little bit better, but this one is really tough to focus or do anything. Yep, defocused out, back focus, nope. That is our best bet here. I mean, nah, it's really a tough one right here. This actually looks really cool. Let me zoom a little bit more if I can. Look at this thing. Wow, okay. Count me in, please. This looks super cool. Oh yeah. I like this stuff. Look at that. You know what's on my mind. Don't ask me, but I wish I could see that. Me and billions of people want to see some extraterrestrial life. You know it's not gonna happen on a rock there, but let's see, can I move it down just a little bit to see this side of the moon? That's always very interesting to me because it's the least spoken about, and I don't know why that is, but it looks absolutely phenomenal. That giant rock just flying through space, yeah, gets my gears going every single time. Like I could literally do this for days, watching the moon and planets and this kind of stuff. I'm just, ooh. I don't know if I said, but have 4 other telescopes, way more expensive. I just love doing this stuff. It's just, to me, it's the most relaxing thing a human being can do. I don't know why. I can literally do this for days. Let me zoom out just a little bit. And right now we're gonna go to 1.6 is pretty good. And I'm gonna try to correct just a little bit on the focus and see if we get any different results. No. How about out focus? I think that was the best there, yep. And click. This is the best we're gonna get right now. Let's see if our phone's focus will do better. Wow, come on. Yeah, this is probably the best thing you will watch all day. Let me go a little bit closer for you guys. We go 3.9, let me go 4. Or 4.5. Okay. That's what I would like to see. Can I move while in this zone? Actually, yes I can. Nice. Yes. Absolutely magnificent. This is absolutely amazing. Seeing a rock in space, there's nothing else more beautiful. Can it be cleaner than this? Nah. So we are maxed out on focus. There's like a hole on the almost top right of the moon. That's interesting. I don't think I ever noticed that one before. Huh. That's really cool, actually. What a pity we lost the projects to go back. Beautiful moon, by the way. I can't believe they think we're 5-year-olds. Anyway, we just lost the technology, man. We lost that Pentium 1 somewhere. Can't replicate it anymore. Actually, it was not even Pentium 1 back then, but whatever. I don't care. I have telescopes. That's all I need to see from the moon. And with this shot, with the moon going completely out, I think we're done. That's all you needed to see from this Gskyer. Actually, if you guys want to see more kind of this kind of stuff, let me know in the comments if there's anybody commenting anymore. But I don't mind doing footage and this kind of stuff with the equipment I have. And my limited knowledge, obviously. Just how it works. Let me zoom out a little bit. Nice, so you see the whole rock. This is so beautiful, come on. It's just, the moon is so amazing.